stress related muscle tension and pain. Now, well, stress is something that's a part of our everyday routine, especially so for working moms as we juggle home, work, kids, and a lot of other things that are on our plate on an everyday basis. Now, we all know that physical stresses can lead to pain in the body. However, mental stresses can also manifest as pain in our body. Now, if you have watched my previous video, that is where I talk about four ways in which your mental stresses manifest as physical pain in the body. If you are interested in that video, you can go to my YouTube channel and have a look at that. Today, I will talk about 3 tips for reducing these mental stresses so that you can reduce the pain that is introduced in the body because of them. Now, of course, there are many meditation apps, many things that you can do which are available, freely available. The information is freely available on the internet. However, I'm going to talk about 3 specific easy tips that you can start implementing today if you feel that your mental stress is actually leading to physical pain in your body. Now, before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is, back and neck, and joint pain. Now, I do this by giving you simple exercises, easy lifestyle changes, tips, tricks, hacks. I also talk about some, excuse me, I also talk about some non toxic or natural products that have helped me in my own joint and spinal pain journey. Okay, so let's go back to 3 tips for reducing stress related muscle tension and pain. So, the very first thing is before we get into the tip, I'll tell you a little background about why we're talking about these first 2 tips, and then we'll move on to the third one. So, whenever you are constantly stressed or you are anxious, uh, if you look okay, if you look at somebody who's constantly stressed or anxious, you would notice that their postures is more tensed up, like they're more rounded and their chest is more tight, and they usually poke their head out. So this is also a position which is known as a forward head posture, and this is of course the rounded shoulders. Now this is a stressed position. Now, because you have stress, you get into this position. So one of the ways of getting out of this position is to adopt a good posture. So basically, to have a good posture at your neck and at your mid back or shoulder. That is the first 2 tips that I'm going to talk about today. So the very first tip is for maintaining your neck in neutral position or in a good posture. Now, whenever you're stressed and you're poking your head out like this, what happens is there's a lot of stress or a lot of pressure that comes onto your cervical spine or your neck area, leading to other issues like cervicogenic headaches, tension headaches, and it can also lead to a lot of stress around your jaw joints. A reason why many people who are stressed and they clench their teeth, they also get a lot of pain around their jaw. So, what you have to do is really simple. If you are, say, looking at your phone or if you are reading a book, so for example, if I take this notebook here and I'm actually going to read something. So usually you'd see people looking down and reading their books or looking at their phones. So the tip I'm going to share is make sure that the top of your book is at an angle so that if you draw a line from the horizontal, so if I was to take, say, a pen here and I draw a line from my eyes, so this is horizontal, the top of your book should be about 5 to 10 degrees below this horizontal line. The same is applicable if you are looking at a laptop or your computer screen. If you're using a desktop, the monitor, so the top of the computer screen or laptop should be about 5 to 10 degrees below your horizontal gaze. Now, what this does is it'll put your cervical spine or your neck in a neutral position, and basically, it is going to not stress your cervical spine. You will get out of this stressed position for the neck, and of course, you will reduce the amount of pain that you feel at the neck area. So, that is tip number 1. Oh, by the way, this is also an exercise. It is known as a chin nod because you are slightly nodding your chin down. So, the second tip for you is to maintain a neutral position at your mid back and your shoulders. Now, with this rounded shoulder position, you see how much tension or shortening of the muscles is happening in the front of my chest, and the muscles and on my upper back area will be lengthened. So there's a disturbance between this length tension relationship between these muscles, and this itself leads to pain. So what you can do is take a tennis ball or a massage ball. Let me see if I can find mine. Yes, it is right here. So take a tennis ball or a massage ball. And if you have a chair that is at least up to the level of your shoulders, take this massage ball or tennis ball and pop it in between your shoulder blades. So that, I mean, it could be at any level between your shoulder blades. So basically, you just put the ball in between you and the chair, and you sit back against this ball. Now, the moment you're going to round your shoulders or slouch forwards, that ball has already dropped out of its place. So, this is a good feedback to your brain telling you that, okay, you have shifted into a poor posture in your mid back or your thoracic spine, and you need to shift back into a good posture. So, this is a very simple hack and it is quite effective. So, you could use this when you're sitting at your desk, when you're watching TV, when you're driving. I mean, wherever you are in a sitting posture, you could use a tennis ball or a massage ball. So, that was tip number two. Now, tip number three is slightly different from these postural advice that I gave you just now. So, for tip number three, what happens is when you are stressed, you tend to be in this constant or continuous stress mode, because of which your muscles get really fatigued and tired. Anyways, our bodies are not meant to be in this constant state of tension or in this one static posture. For example, if I'm sitting and I'm really stressed and I'm just sitting there like this for, say, 20 minutes, half an hour, obviously you're going to get into muscle pain. So in order to avoid that, move every 20 minutes or so, move around. If you cannot get up, say you're in a meeting, you're in a flight, do some exercises while you're sitting down. So something as simple as turning your neck from one side to the other, or tilting your head from the left or towards the left or towards the right. So, simple exercises like these, which can be done while you're sitting at your desk, that is desk based exercises, can be done to introduce movement. It is not always that you have to get up, but if you can get up, it's a good idea to go get a glass of water, go get a printout if you need, go chat with a friend every 15 to 20 minutes if it's feasible. Now, what I have done is I have put together some desk based exercises that takes 1 to 3 minutes depending on how many repetitions you're doing, and I have put together a video for that. If you want to know these desk based exercises, they are I have included them in a blog which goes by the same name: 3 tips for reducing stress induced muscle tightness and pain, or muscle tension and pain. So I will leave a link in the description of this video for the blog. If you're watching me on Instagram, the link is in my bio. Once you access the blog, you can have access to those desk based exercises as well. So, yeah, those were the 3 tips that I wanted to talk to you about. If you have any questions, any comments on this topic, or if you are looking for more information on forward head posture or rounded shoulders, or this is also called a mom posture. If you have any queries about them, do drop them into the comments below and I can address them for you. You will also find detailed videos on these topics in my YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and type my name, Swati Prakash, rounded shoulders or poor posture or sitting posture, and these videos will pop up for you. I hope you find this video helpful, and you'll be able to implement these tips into your everyday life starting today. So I'll see you guys next time. Any questions, let me know. All right, bye for now.